numbers just speak for themselves, or is there some kind of other motive for the filing at this time, Joey?
No correlation at all, Mike. You kidding? I'm being sarcastic, obviously.
100 million each fight.
I would think close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a mother. He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry.
This is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country.
Additional 50, which comes up to about $140 million that you're throwing around. I don't understand this, but here's all I gotta say. Don't go to the damn poker table. Don't go to the blackjack table. Don't go to the slot machine, for crying out loud. Even if it's only asking you for $1, don't do it. Stay the hell out of the casino other than your performance.
That's another piece of like what Floyd has done with his money after his fight career. Now, there is the lawsuit that Floyd is in with Showtime, and I don't think Al Heyman's a part of the lawsuit, even though he blames Al Heyman in a lot of the lawsuit for stealing his money. We're $340 million. We'll see if anything materializes out of that, or if Floyd just spends more money out of his ass.
How does he owe you the money? Why don't you just like...
Here's what happened. He pre-sold the fight using my likeness to some company in, I think, Dubai or like the Middle East. This is my understanding of it, for $10 million cash. We ended up doing the fight in the States with a different company. That is the company that...
Up. Because what we're about to dive into is either the greatest financial scandal in sports history or the most elaborate flex any human being has ever pulled off in the history of human beings flexing. Either way, your jaw's gonna hit the floor, bounce back up, and hit the floor again. We are talking about Floyd Money Mayweather Jr.
Everything ends up this way. Well, everything does end up this way because people are surrounded by other people who make 10%, 20%, 5% on what the other guy brings home. So people are incentivized to push people to keep scaling and keep going and all eat when you eat. But I think it's very important for people to stand up and say, you know what? I don't think this thing needs to be that big. I don't think the valuation needs to get here.
The man who literally nicknamed himself after cash, who sleeps on mattresses probably stuffed with $100 bills, who once used a Birkin bag as a lunchbox. That guy, reportedly broke, allegedly. And the internet? Oh, the internet has absolutely lost its mind. It all started, as most modern chaos does.
Once you look at it from that standpoint and you say, wow, you're blaming them when in fact it's really, really you, because you can't do what they do every day. Maybe you should go to them to get some lessons.
It's a spending issue, not an income.
Yes.
In social media, one day, out of absolutely nowhere, screenshots began circulating claiming that CNN had released Floyd Mayweather's actual bank statements. Real ones. Official ones. Statements that allegedly showed not mountains of gold and swimming pools filled with champagne, but something far more sinister. Negative balances.
But he sold our fight with my name and likeness to someone else in Dubai for $10 million cash. It's our fight, bro. Our deal was 15%. He smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. That company that paid him that money is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment. That I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think he's facing a bunch.
Rinsed on that house. He started at $14 million. He custom built the house, by the way, in like 2006.
Yeah.
Started at 14, reduced to 12,
Yeah.
10, 8 came on the market, and it was a lot of house for 8. So for 6.6.
Oh, he really got
Just
rinsed.
the cost to build that house was 9 or 10.
Whoa, he got rinsed.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It was huge.
Goddamn.
Who would win in a fight, you or 100 grams?
Probably 100 grams.
Is a lot.
100 grams. It's a lot of people.
Liabilities so massive they could make your head spin. Numbers that would make even your broke college roommate say, bro, that's rough. Now here's the thing about these so-called leaked documents. They were redacted, heavily, suspiciously, like someone went absolutely wild with the black marker. Half the page was blacked out. Which raises the obvious question.
He's up there, bro. He's probably got to be at least 400 million. I mean, some of the purses from his fights are like 100 million each fight.
I would think
shit.
close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a... He probably has like a couple $100 million in jewelry. Have you seen like videos of his jewelry?
Yeah, some crazy. Let me see. Let me see what his net worth is. Mayweather net worth.
Them Googles be lying though. Huh?
They be lying? You think?
I think so. It's probably not accurate. I mean,
let's see what they say. Exactly what you said. It says an estimated $450 million.
Yeah.
Richest boxer in the world.
So if you're trying to expose a man, why are you hiding half the evidence? Was it a real leak? Was it fabricated? Was it a 3 a.m. art project by someone with too much time and a grudge? Nobody could say for certain. But did that stop the internet from running with it at full speed directly off a cliff? Absolutely not. The rumors spread like wildfire, and suddenly Mayweather bankrupt was trending harder than his actual fights ever did.
Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back street.
But wait, it gets so much better, and by better we mean dramatically, spectacularly worse. Because right around the same time these mysterious bank statements were floating around, reports started surfacing that federal agents had raided Mayweather properties. Not one property, properties, plural. In Miami, in Las Vegas. 2 of the most expensive, glamorous cities in America, where Floyd had parked his legendary lifestyle like a diamond-encrusted car in a handicapped space.
Explain all that. How did that happen in your life?
Well, things happen. I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset. Had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, and my children.
Federal raids, the kind of thing that happens in movies right before the 3rd act when everything falls apart for the protagonist. Now, details on what exactly agents were looking for remained murky. Because of course they did. Nothing about this story was ever going to be simple or clean. But the optics alone were catastrophic.
Consistency when it comes to teams that you don't like and not a fan of, and they constantly win all the time. The Patriots went through the same thing. Small example, I'm gonna just take boxing for instance.
Right.
Floyd.
Yes.
Everybody loved when Floyd was winning early in his career.
Yes.
But when he kept winning,
yes,
he became the villain. Yes. And then everybody paying in and tuning in to see him lose. Right. That's it. He became the villain.
You don't exactly recover your I'm the richest boxer alive brand when the feds are knocking down your doors in 2 states simultaneously. And then, the cryptocurrency chapter of this saga arrived. And honestly, it deserves its own Netflix documentary. Enter Stephen A. Smith, the man who has never once in his life spoken at a volume below 11, standing before the camera looking personally offended by the entire situation, breaking down how Floyd Mayweather had thrown his legendary name and his even more legendary 150-pound weight class persona behind not one but multiple cryptocurrency projects that were, to put it very generously, complete disasters. We're talking.
I did. Like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much, so we don't really get a chance to talk very much, and so I don't really know what's going on. I know he's doing things that, to better his life. Like buying homes and buying, different things. And so, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know. But I haven't heard anything.
Projects that launched with massive hype, celebrity endorsements, promises of moon-level returns, and then collapsed so thoroughly that investors were left holding digital bags worth approximately the same as a receipt from a gas station. People lost real money, life savings, retirement funds, and Floyd, dear, sweet, money-loving Floyd, had been right there on stage in the promotional materials on the Instagram post, waving the flag for these ventures like a man who definitely had not done any due diligence whatsoever. The SEC had opinions about this. Strong ones. The kind of opinions that come with legal paperwork attached.
You guys all seen the headline saying Mayweather needs money, Mayweather has problems, Mayweather needs Conor McGregor. Well, the truth couldn't be further. Let me tell you, Floyd Mayweather just posted this on his Instagram, and I know it's true because anyone who was around Floyd Mayweather back after the Pacquiao fight in 2015 saw Mayweather with the $26 million paycheck for the IRS. And this is what Floyd writes on his Instagram. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, especially when it comes to the media in this country. While everyone is counting my money and assuming the worst, these are the facts. Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. What else could they possibly want? I'm sure I would have been notified much sooner if there were any real discrepancies, right? Bottom line, everybody just wants to be part of the Money May show, including the IRS. That's fine. You can crunch numbers all day, but in the end, my empire is rock solid and intact. Now calculate that. Hashtag TMT, hashtag Floyd Mayweather, hashtag TBE.
Now let's talk about the properties, because this part is genuinely one of the most jaw-dropping revelations in the entire saga. You know those incredible mansions Floyd was always showing off? The ones on the Instagram tours? The ones that screamed, "I own all of this and I eat breakfast in rooms bigger than your entire apartment"? According to reports that emerged during this financial firestorm, a significant number of those properties were never actually owned by Mayweather in the traditional deed-in-your-name sense. Instead, they were allegedly part of brand partnership arrangements. Companies would let Floyd use their luxury properties. Floyd would show up, photograph himself in every room, post it to his 40 million followers, and everyone would collectively assume he was the owner.
I to them by showing on Instagram $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look for the IRS. But he showed his actual, 26 million.
Then just pay him. Like, I don't know why, like, he's mad at the media. It's like, oh, you guys are making things up. No, it's leaked that you asked to pay after this fight. Like, you make all this money. If I was Mayweather, not only would I pay them on time, the IRS, I'd tip them. I'd be like, hey, here's what I owe you. Here's a little bit. Get your woman something nice, all right? How was Christmas for your kids? Oh, you Jewish, convert just for...
It was, in a twisted way, absolutely genius marketing, both for Floyd and for the properties. Except now, in the cold, harsh light of bankruptcy rumors and federal raids, it looks considerably less genius and considerably more like an elaborate, years-long illusion. The emperor's new mansion, if you will. So how did Floyd respond to all of this? Did he hire a crisis PR team? Did he issue a carefully worded statement through his legal team? Did he sit down for a serious interview to address the allegations with maturity and grace? Absolutely not. This is Floyd Mayweather. The man invented the term unbothered. He went on social media, immediately, gleefully, almost aggressively, and began showing off his wealth with the energy of the man who had been waiting his entire life for someone to question his bank account just so he could do this.
Whether, like...
Well, I didn't say kidnap, but, you know, you got your passport taken. You can't come and leave when you want to go, but he ain't in jail, so...
Okay.
He's out at a 6-star hotel being Floyd, so I guess... It ain't that bad, but we'll see. We're going to watch and see like everybody else.
That's crazy. I mean, when you think of Money Mayweather, you thinking like Floyd May have like $1 billion or something.
He did. He made $1 billion plus. Floyd made a lot of money. And I don't really know Floyd's business, so I'm not going to speak on Floyd's business. But Floyd's very, very, as we all the world knows, he's money made, very flashy. Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
We
say we make $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved
that's
up.
A fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out, like whatever the tab is. You know, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they may not want it.
He posted stacks of cash. He posted jewelry. He posted cars. And then, in the single greatest power move of the entire episode, he held up a check. A real, physical, enormous check. Made out to the IRS for $18 million. $18 million. Paid to the government. In taxes, as a flex. Only Floyd Mayweather could turn paying taxes into the most dominant display of financial muscle the internet had ever witnessed. The message was crystal clear. I am so rich. I paid the government $18 million and I still have enough left over to laugh at every single one of you. But here's the layer underneath all of this that makes the whole story even more fascinating. The money.
Guys, to watch me talk about my watches. Right here, I got 3 cases. And they're all full with watches. So when I travel, I like to take, you know, if I'm going for 45 days, I like to take 45 watches with me. I like to have options. So everybody's always asking me, what's your favorite watch? Well, one of my favorite watch brands is Avi & Co. As you can see right here, I got this a few months back and it's one of my favorite watches. One of the best brands in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I like the brand so much, I went and bought another watch just yesterday, Avi & Co. As you can see, Avi & Co. Now, let's talk about watches, let's talk about jewelry, let's talk about a few things. I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. So we'll set this to the side. Now, we want to give the people an appetizer or something light. So we give you 2 appetizers, then we give you a main course. Just a few watches that I got while I travel. So check this out. We're gonna go here first. And of course, the company is Avi & Co. Crazy company. Now, I need you guys to come closer and check this out. So let me come to you guys.
The Mayweather character was never entirely organic. According to the video's breakdown, Floyd was deeply inspired by the world of professional wrestling, specifically the theatrical, over-the-top, villain you love to hate persona construction of WWE entertainment. He studied how wrestlers built characters that made audiences either worship them or despise them, but either way, pay money to watch them. He took that blueprint and applied it to boxing with surgical precision. Every Rolls Royce, every briefcase of cash, every outrageous spending story that made headlines. It was all performance art at the highest level. A carefully engineered character designed to generate pay-per-view buys, to make people angry enough or impressed enough to spend $50 to watch him fight. And it worked, spectacularly. Floyd became boxing's greatest box office draw, earning hundreds of millions over his career. The question is whether the character eventually consumed the man, whether the spending required to maintain Money Mayweather in the public eye eventually outpaced even the enormous fortune that character helped generate. The truth, as always, probably lives somewhere in the messy middle. Is Floyd Mayweather bankrupt? Almost certainly not in the traditional filing for Chapter 11 can't afford groceries sense. Is his financial situation significantly more complicated, more legally entangled, and more precarious than the richest boxer alive narrative suggests? Based on the crypto lawsuits, the property questions, the federal attention, and the very suspicious leaked documents? Almost certainly yes. What we are watching, whether we know it or not, is the incredibly dramatic unraveling of one of the most carefully constructed financial personas in sports entertainment history. The man built an empire on the perception of infinite wealth. Now the perception itself is under siege, and Floyd, to his eternal credit, is fighting back the only way he knows how. By being louder, flashier, and more aggressively wealthy looking than ever before. Whether that's confidence or desperation is a question only his actual bank statements, the unredacted ones, could ever truly answer.